Retouch menu. This is where you can play with photos you've already taken in camera, do some editing in camera if you would like to do that. A lot of these options are available automatically, but you can control a little bit more after the fact if you would like here. So we have D-lighting. You can select a photo, not a video, and you can decide whether or not you want dynamic lighting, high, low, normal, whatever. So you can hit OK and it'll save the picture. You can hit the play button and it will cancel and you will just not save anything. That's what I'm going to do because I don't need to do that. And go back to menu. Red eye correction. If you had a picture, I don't have one with a face, but if you had red eye in one of these, you could go ahead and do that here and do your red eye reduction options in your menu. You can trim or crop depending on what you want to look at it. So you can do this, just use the zoom in and out button. It kind of lags just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Zoom out to get it in closer. And then zoom in to get, there we go. So minus, then you can crop it to that. You just hit OK to save it. And again, you can hit the menu to go back. Monochrome effects, you have a few different options, black and white, sepia, cyanotype. If you apply one of these with the arrow key, so say we want to put it on this one, there'll be your cyanotype, and you can go lighter or darker with the up or down button. And you can do that in all of the monochrome options there. Underneath monochrome, there are some filter effects that you can use. Skylight, warm filter, red intensifier, green intensifier, blue, cross screen, and soft. So you can just play with these and decide if there's something that you would like to use in camera or if that's not your style. Color balance, you can change on a picture with these arrows, just moving around your RGB histogram data and graph there. And then you can hit OK to save or play to cancel and move on from there. Image overlay is kind of a fun option. Instead of doing multiple exposures, you can grab two images and two raw images. I don't have anything particularly fabulous to show you image overlay with on this camera right now because I just have been taking random stuff. But if we did that and then we did that one, then we could look at the preview and it's all blurry and weird. But if you planned it out a little bit more, you could get a pretty cool little image overlay option, and you have ways to set how much overlay you get and all of that. So you can save or not. I'm not going to because it's not very awesome. Then you have your raw processing. NEF is just the file type in Nikons that RAW comes in. So if you want to make some changes to your RAW processing, you can create a JPEG using this NEF RAW processing option. You can decide how big you want it to be, the white balance that you want, the exposure compensation, the picture control, the ISO reduction, noise reduction, the D-lighting, and then you hit this EXE. You hit OK and it will save the file. Little hourglass, it's saving, it's saving, it's saving. Image saved, happy day. Resize. So you can go ahead and change the size of images if you want to make them smaller on camera. Quick retouch will automatically do retouching, and you can decide how you want to do it. It kind of intensifies colors and bumps contrast up a little bit. That's pretty much it. Straighten. It's exactly what it sounds like. You can, with the arrow keys, rotate the photo so that it straightens out. Crops off just a little bit to do that. So it's better to have it straight in camera, but if you can't, then you can go ahead and straighten it there. Distortion control. If you have a lens that's compatible with auto distortion control, then you can have auto on. and that will work. If you don't have a lens that has that, then you can use manual and change the distortion of a picture, again using left and right keys. It's subtle. This isn't the best picture to show it. I should have found straighter lines, but that'll expand out your picture or shrink in your picture depending on the distortion type that you want to fix. Fisheye kind of does the same thing, but more dramatically. It pops it out to give it that fisheye effect. A little weird. Can be useful when you want to have fun with it. You can apply a bunch of the effects that you have options to shoot with later to images if you would like. So you can use your color outline. If you just go over and select your image, it will let you do color outline. And then all of these other things like your color sketch. Your perspective control tilts the picture. So by using your arrow up and down keys, you can tilt it either forward, down, right, or left in order to adjust. Maybe you have a building that you want to adjust the lines on, and you can go ahead and do that here if you would like. Miniature effect is that same effect that you have in shooting options where it blurs a shot to make it look miniature even when it's not. Selective color. So let's see if I have something we can use for that. Okay, so if we're in selective color and we want to select the green of my jacket, I move with the arrow keys, the little box, to the color I want. And then if you'll notice, this eyedropper says to use the A, E, L, and AFL lock buttons to set it. And then you'll notice that that green box lit up with the green, and I can adjust the intensity level of it. And I can use my rotate dial to change over to select a different color, or I can go back to that one. And it will be more obvious if you have more intensive colors in a picture, and you'll be able to play with that a little bit and decide what you want. But the buttons you use here are the rotate dial to move through those options, the arrow buttons to move your box around. Your box has to be selected in one of the options in order for that to happen. So those, you use the AEL to select your color, and then you can use your trash to reset, which you would have to be in. There you go, so I can reset it there with the trash, and then you hit OK to save. I'm not going to save anything, so we'll just go back to menu. You can also edit movies here, which we'll talk a little bit more about in our movie section of the videos, but that is where you find it, in the Retouch menu. If we go back over, the only other menu you have are recent settings. So that's just quick. It's often helpful if you use settings regularly. We just went through all the menus, so it's not going to be as useful right now, but that will just remember which settings you've touched recently, and you can jump to them quickly if you need to. So those are all the menus. Next, we're going to talk about the video functions in the camera and how you set all of those. Hey guys, thanks for watching the Nikon D5100 videos. Please check us out on Facebook on the links below in the description. You can check out David D Images, the Media Unlocked Facebook, and my studio's Facebook at Spotlight Photo. Have a good one. Bye.